Welcome back, Pacers. This is Peace Talks. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Alex.
I'm Andre.
Happy first day of class.
Today we have a special guest with us. Dawn Dillon, who is the Director of First Year Experience, is here to answer some questions and give advice for new and returning students. Welcome to our podcast.
Thanks for having me.
First off, what does your job entail here at Peace?
Oh, I get to do all the fun stuff. My focus is working with the first year students, whether that's a first time in college student or also with transfer students. I coordinate our retention efforts, and that's really just fancy language for how do we make sure that folks are being successful so that you do the ultimate success at Peace, which is graduate. So I work with them in helping them get oriented to class, helping them make the transition from high school to college, when the road bumps come up, making sure they know we have tutoring and counseling services, help them get involved on campus and knowing that there's things to do both during the school year and on the weekends, helping folks connect and getting to know people and things along those lines. So I get to partner with just about every office on campus, and I like to see myself as being the kind of hub for making sure first years get connected, and then also asking the question when I'm sitting in meetings, how is this going to impact a first year student? You know, are we keeping them in mind as we're coming up with these things?
And how long have you been doing this, and what brought you to here?
Wow, that's an interesting question. So I graduated from Peace back in this decade that y'all may remember called the 80s or not remember. So I graduated in 1986, and so I came back to Peace in 1999. So I'm actually starting my 21st year here at Peace, which is kind of crazy. I came back and first started in residence life, and so really my career has been in residence life, student life, and then academic affairs, kind of around orientation programs, student success, advising. So I think that's why I've been able to stay so long, because I've been able to do some really cool and different things. And then occasionally I teach a class or two, which also is really fun.
And since you have been here a while, you've been able to see a whole lot of Peace's traditions and what they do that's special for students. What's one of your favorite Peace traditions?
Favorite Peace traditions? Wow, there's so many. I really like what we do with the honor code and matriculation ceremony. We just did that yesterday, where all the new students signed the honor code and got their first rose. So I think it's really neat that we have traditions that start and then end with the same things. I'm going to advocate for Peanut Week to come back. I think we call it Peace Pals now, but I just love that connection where people really get to know someone that they didn't know and get to shower some people with some love and build that community. And of course, the like Red Rose Ball and Fall Cocktail, those things are always kind of fun. Love late night breakfast, and just kind of getting to see students, have fun doing stuff like that. So I love a lot of the different traditions. Traditions dinner brings back to when I was a student here, because we used to eat family style every night. And so it's really kind of a neat thing to see that still happening. But anything with the rose and the fountain, those are always great ones too.
So since you are director of first year experience, there's a lot going on for first years this first couple of weeks that everything goes on. So what makes you excited about this time of year? Because there's so much going on.
President Ralph last night in the academic convocation mentioned it's a blank slate. And I think that's what's so cool about the beginning of the year. So whether you're just walking on campus for the first time, if you're a senior walking on campus to start, your first day of class for the last time, it's all new. And you can do whatever you want to. Nothing's really pre-described for you. So if you weren't involved last year and you want to get involved this year, tons of opportunity. If you are super involved last year and maybe need to focus on academics, there's lots of opportunity to do that. It's a whole brand new GPA. Everybody's starting off with a 4.0, I like to say. And so, there's all different kinds of ways to do that. And you get to reinvent yourself every year too, because there's just so much stuff that's new, and then you can always join in and do stuff that you've done before too. So.
Awesome. So since there are a bunch of stuff going on, what would you say is your favorite activities that students should engage in this week, especially because it is Welcome Week?
Take advantage of getting to see, if you're a new student, learning all the different departments and where they are, because so many different places are hosting things. I'll do a shout out for the Center for Student Success and the Center for Immersive Learning, our new space up on the second floor of Finch. We're going to do a welcome thing on Thursday, tomorrow morning. So we'd love to have folks come up there and see the new space and hear about what's going to be happening. I really want to pump up the wheelchair basketball game. That's always such a popular event, and we typically have doing that in April, and we're doing it again early. So I think that would be something that's super fun. We're starting a first year success series, and that is going to be a whole mixture. It's coordinated by Anna Brown, who's one of the area coordinators in Residence Life, and it's partnership with the first year seminars. But it's open for everybody, and it has everything. It's got sessions on safety and security. It's got sessions on wellness. It's got the study skills in there. It's got a whole variety. And so that'll be going on throughout the whole year. And there's a competition for the first year students. So the class that has the most folks attend get a cool adventure that they get to do. The student who goes to the most, top 3, get Pacer cash. And so we got a little competition going with that. But it's open for everybody, and it's a really nice variety. So check the Pacer for those details. They go all fall semester, starting immediately. There's a kickoff for it on Tuesday, so everybody can learn what it is. And then I just love the Paint You. That's coming up again. It's a great thing to have happen in that first week. And then one of my other favorite traditions that we started a few years ago is an alumna ice cream social, and that happens on Sunday. So people will be there with their families and pets and great ice cream, and the front lawn will, have Frisbees and footballs and all kinds of fun stuff going. So when you think of that college experience, it's an opportunity to kind of experience that out in the front lawn on that day.
Awesome. So these next couple questions are more based on trying to give some advice and stuff to freshmen and even some returners. So what would you say is your favorite place that you would recommend to students to eat around this area?
So a couple of places that I really like that I don't know that students really know much about. There's a great place to eat called the Rockford. It's on Glenwood South. And it has all kinds of great food, and it's been kind of a Raleigh institution for a long time. So I encourage everybody to check out the Rockford. I just went to this place the other day, and it's delicious. It's called My Way Tavern. It's on St. Mary's Street. So if you turn P Street in Broughton, it's right over there, and they have trivia night. They have music bingo night. Just sound like fun. It had great food. They had incredible mac and cheese. So people that like mac and cheese, go there. The peer mentors and I were all pumped up about this place. So we're going to keep going to that. And then it's a little bit of a drive, and it's closer to NC State, but Emilio's has excellent Italian food. So for folks that are into Italian food, and Tuesday night is half price entrees with your student ID. So.
Oh. That's nice to know.
That's good. It's good to know. Okay, so what advice would you give to new and returning students, just in general with school, with what they should engage in, anything, any advice you have?
Yeah, I think this is the time of year when tons of advice comes flying around. So, of course, there's the go to class and engage and participate. I'm going to throw out this challenge for folks to think about is making a plan. So just don't start this year okay, I'm going to do this. Take some time to come up with a plan. What is it that I want to do? What is it I want to accomplish? When I used to teach a class where we would introduce a resume pretty early, and folks like, I don't have anything on my resume. Okay, well, think about what do you want to have on your resume by the time you graduate? Because this is the time that you start doing those things so that they're on a resume. So if you're a first-year student, you're in your FYS 100, you're going to have a PACER success plan that you're going to go step by step and kind of lay out some things that you want to do. Don't let that just sit there and not look at it until December when you've got to turn it in. Make sure you're doing that. Upper class students do the same thing. Sit there and think about what it is that I want to do. Do I want to join a club or organization? Do I want to get, internship now? Be thinking about your internship now and just not waiting until the semester that you're doing it. So start planning ahead. I think will really serve them well. And think about that resume. If your resume has a bunch of holes between your education and your references, fill it in now and think about what it is. So when you're graduating next May and you've got that resume ready, what do you want it to be? Because that's what's going to happen both your first year, your second year, your third, and even your senior. You're still filling in and making that resume the way you want it to look.
Well, I think that's all we have today for you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me.
We hope to have you back soon at some point. Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, y'all.
Some events coming up this week. Starting Thursday, August 22nd, is Wags and Welcome in Belt Courtyard from 11 to 3 p.m. Yoga on the Lawn is also tomorrow, 5:30 to 6:30 on Main Lawn. And a Welcome Back comedy show hosted by Cab will be in Keenan Hall at 7:30.
On Friday the 23rd, there will be a Pacer Pride tailgate at 11 a.m. in Belt Courtyard, wheelchair basketball tournament in Herman Athletic Center at 3 p.m., and Paint You at 8 p.m. on Main Lawn. On Sunday the 25th, there will be alumni and student ice cream social from 1 to 3 p.m. on Main Lawn. And that's it for our events for this week. Now, let's jump in right into our discussion. What did everyone do over the summer?
Andre?
Well, according to Caitlin, I was in Guitar Center all summer. But I was at a recording studio doing my internship at Artist Mill International. And also I was making more music and just planning for next year, basically.
That's cool.
I'll say that's more than I did.
What did I? Oh, yeah. I just kind of hung out with family mostly. Had a relaxing summer until like the middle of June. Then family came from England, and we hung out and went on little vacations around North Carolina. But then, most recently, I went to England to visit family. Just toured around, hung out, relaxed. Did the summer seem like it went by fast or slow to y'all?
Oh, it was quick.
I was going to say, for me, at some points, both. I think I was kind of ready to come back because, so my family moved to Nashville a year ago, and so I don't have any friends or anything in Nashville. So I went home to Nashville, so it was me and my family, and that's good sometimes, and, like, I loved hanging out with them. But when they started school and work, I was kind of bored hanging out all the time. I nannied and, did extra work in, like, music videos and stuff. But being alone all the time is kind of boring, so I was ready to come back. So I think it went slow, but...
For anybody that like doesn't know Alex, she's obsessed with concerts, always buying concert tickets. Did you go to any concerts over the summer?
I did. I went to CMA Fest, we did the free shows, and then we did like, we were in the front row for like some of the actual shows that we just got picked for extra stuff. And then I went to Shawn Mendes,
Of course.
which was awesome. But besides that, CMA Fest is a ton of people, so that was our big thing. But, I have a bunch of concerts planned for the upcoming year, so.
I feel like this summer, like, if I think back to the last day of class, I was like, holy cow, where did the summer go? Because that just seemed, like, in some way, it seems like just, like, a couple weeks ago. But then, like, thinking about everything, like, we fit into the summer and stuff, and now it's like, here we are. It's like, wow. Crazy how time goes by.
Definitely.
See, I wanted to come back. Like, I was kind of ready towards the end of the summer, right? So I get here, first day, I'm looking around and sitting in class. I'm like, all right, I'm ready for this to be over.
I'm ready to go back now.
I don't have any class today. I'm just here for the podcast.
Woo, trooper.
I do have class tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was excited up until this morning when I had to get out of my car to go to class, and then I was like, no. But I'm glad we're back. Good to get back into this schedule and a swing of things.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I like getting into a routine. Like getting up, doing my little thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Going to class, having a schedule I like.
See, I had my routine. Now school threw my routine off, so I got to get used to school again.
Now you have a different routine, yeah.
So I think I kind of, over the summer, had my plan for after school ready, and I was doing it. Now I got to sit back in school and learn and do stuff I probably have done over the summer or have done beforehand. So it's just, I kind of don't know why I'm here still. I do, but, it is what it is, I guess.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of Andre's internship, I do have an internship, so I've been busy with that. Do you like your internship, Andre?
Well, yeah, one of the best things I ever did. So
I like mine. Mine's fun.
I'll say I kind of have an internship. Not really. Kind of depends on the day. I work with the theater department, so it's not like an internship that I would do for what I want to do, but it's
nice while you're a student.
Yeah, and I count it more as work because, I'm doing it for the school. I get paid. So I wouldn't really count it as an internship, but, I do it, and it's fun, so.
It's nice that it's right here on campus, too.
It's very nice. I don't have to worry about going anywhere. But I'm looking to get another internship, one that has more to do with, like, communications-based stuff instead of marketing, which is the one I'm doing now.
Well, that does it for this episode. We will start back with Peace Pop next Wednesday, right?
Yes, I think that's the plan, yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
A lot
So-
to talk about.
Tune in then, and we'll post it on social media so you know when it's up and posted. Thank you for listening.
Well, that's all for Peace Talks this week. We'll see you next week. Peace out.